Look at his greedy ass.
Still be great.
Can't even take it.
And also win. It's a tough job in his hands, but I'm sure he can figure it out.
Is it on the players or is it on D'Antoni?
What are you about to eat?
And also the players. The players
Cucumber,
change of roles.
greens,
somebody
and oranges.
Less shots or not, but depending on the situation, you gotta sacrifice at times.
But Mari, let's say I put you as head coach of the Houston Rockets, all right? And I know you're in the big three for now, and
2 years out,
perhaps tomorrow. But you're the coach for a moment. Everybody likes the talent.
Let's see it. First time. This is my first time feeding them cucumber and oranges.
But we got to make it work together.
Let's see what he do with it.
The point I've been trying to make today is,
of course, he goes smash the
they're virtually
greens.
similar. ISO, high usage, drive players. Russ doesn't shoot well, so you can't imagine a situation where James has the ball the entire time and Russ has to play off. I'm just trying to figure out, as you're standing there, talking to Russ and James Harden, trying to convince them of certain roles. What are the roles you're convincing them of?
Well, you know, the key to basketball is ball movement. If you can figure out a way to allow James to still be great and allow them to move the ball properly, then you have the best case scenario. And it won't be easy. You got to convince these guys to play off the ball sometimes. If Russ wants to take control of the ball, James play off the ball, and vice versa. And so once you figure out a nice flow offensively with both of those guys, then I think it'll work.
Who closes out for him? Big shot.
You don't want no cucumber?
Final minute, last
no
possession.
orange?
Who takes it, Russ or James? Who'd you get the ball to?
The beard, bro.
Absolutely.
Beard,
That doesn't even seem like a close call.
Yeah, no question. No question.
Well, y'all act like Russ can't
Eat the
hit a big
orange.
shot now. Come on now.
No, he can. But James is obviously one of the best ISO players we've ever seen in the game of basketball. And his shot is pure. You know, he's a high efficiency shooter. And so he has a chance to definitely be one of the all-time greats.
He eating the orange.
Close the game out and give him the ball to James.
First time eating orange. Damn
All right,
it.
question for you, Amari. So you're in the big three right now. On Monday, you held workouts with 15 NBA teams. So why should the teams give you a shot this season?
Well, I think I've been staying in shape all for the past 3 years, actually, since I played in Miami. I went overseas and played professional basketball. I trained every summer. I trained with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden. I see these guys all summer. I train with these guys, high-level basketball. And I go right into a season of playing professional basketball overseas. You know, it's the big leagues over there. Guys make good money, and it's a very serious game when you play over Europe. So I've been staying in shape all those years, and I feel great now.
Give me a team.
I should have put the orange on top of the green. Shit.
You gotta give me one or two. A team that could really benefit from what you would bring them right now.
I mean, you have guys, teams that have a lot of young players.
Yeah.
That are, you know, the next wave of greatness.
Eat the orange.
And I think having young veteran guys on the team that can help them mold into becoming professionals at a high level.
He like it. He likes it.
I can't really point to one or two teams at the moment, but there are teams that can use that type of veteran leadership for sure.
So, you know, your mindset is, I'm going to be a role player or the same star? Sounds like whatever's needed.
Whatever's needed. Being a role player, 9th, 10th guy on the squad, helping guys to train and just train those guys before practice or whatever the case may be. I'm that guy.
So has it? I would say this back to you playing. You know, because we played together overseas, played against each other, big three last 2 years. But physically,
some more ugly.
You look better than almost when you're like you look great now. Like, is it just playing against these guys day to day? What's the routine like? What have you done? Like, what has changed, bro? Because you're ready.
Yeah, you know what? I actually took a note of a good friend of mine who played dual sport. It was an NBA.
All right, well, eat some cucumber.
Major League baseball player and also NFL football player. And he said one thing you got to do, Stat. He said get down to your lowest weight possible and get as strong as you possibly can be. And so I took that into consideration. I got down to 235. Hit the weights extremely strong.
There you go.
And put
there you
a nice
go. Big boy, you
of
should
training
be chunky.
and recovery together. And I put at least 6 figures.
I ain't even take him for a walk today.
Training and recovering.
He going for one tomorrow.
My body feels amazing. So I feel like why not? You know,
he gonna smash all that tonight. You see his cucumber.
See what I can do from there.
Sliced and
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.
You done? Don't look at me. Dog, stupid.
What if you're going rafting?
What if we pick up a tour guide?
What if he has way too much stuff?
What if he doesn't? Squirrel jerky?
I look at Eric Spoelstra, I look at Pat Riley, and I look at two guys that have dynamic, difficult personalities. You know what? They're not going to be difficult in Miami. And you think about the leadership of Miami, because Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra are bigger than any player on the team right now. That's just the way it is, including Alonzo Mourning. That's just part of their
smashing it now.
So it's over. Fit, but here's my deal.
Game over for the Oranges.
It's a quick fix.
Really?
The guy's 34 years old. He's a point guard, and he's going to play
it down with some greens.
34 minutes a game. How many years, how many games, how much better is your team going to be taking on that contract? Or is it more saying, you know, we want to make sure people understand we're trying to be competitive. We can't go a third year. They've gone 2 years in a row without playoffs. We can't go a third year without a playoff, so we've got to get back in the playoffs. This doesn't help Pat Riley make that one more run, though, because they don't become a factor in the playoffs just with Chris Paul. So I'm not sure the investment is worth it.
Dude, just
okay,
greedy.
I want to get your thoughts, both of you, on Kendrick Perkins. He had some interesting comments about playing with CP3. Let's take a listen to those.
Don't like playing with him. It's to the point now that we know that teammates, guys do not like playing with Chris Paul. And I've heard this from several guys that's been on his team, and you could tell just by even look at the animosity when the Rockets and Clippers played against one another. Look at the deep tension.
Look at dude's stomach. He lumped up.
Surprised, or Rondo was out of character. Rondo did this. No, CP3
go
out of character. And it's time for him to start looking himself in the mirror.
Okay, what do we think?
I like that.
So first and foremost, Perkins having an amazing rookie season. That's my guy, 150 grand. No shots, no shade, that's my guy. I wish I had a beard like his.
Yeah, you do.
But who's his right-hand man in the league? Rajon Rondo. Who did Rajon Rondo have fisticuffs with this year? Chris Paul.
Yep.
So whose side you think he's going to take? Number one. That's number one, coach. But number two, there is some validity to what Perk said. And here's why. Because Chris Paul is kind of like an irritant.
He is.
If that guy was a boxer or an MMA fighter or even 7 foot tall, you wouldn't want any problems with him.
Yeah.
But since he's a guard, you see that level of behavior and you like just shoo him out of the way like a little gnat, like a fly, like watch out. But he ain't going nowhere. And that level of competitive spirit, Laura and Coach, is what he brings to a locker room.
Stop it, please.
And that can be frustrating sometimes.
Put you on the diet.
Griffin or DeAndre Jordan or young players who he feels
walked
like
over there skinny.
value
Now look
a lot
at
of
him.
other things besides just winning today's match.
Get on your branch.
Does he ever look? Here's my thing. Look, if you want to lead, because he's a leader, the ball's in his hands, he's a leader. You got to get people to follow you.
Yep.
So you know you catch more bees than honey. So like to me, he can be an irritant. He can be competitive. Look, I love his game. I mean, you know that has nothing to do with it. Although his game's not what it used to be. But if you want to lead, you got to figure out a way to get other people to follow you. And right now, I agree with Perk because you know he's hard to play with. And the biggest thing is he's got to look in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm not the guy I used to be. So you know what? I've got to figure out a way to look in the mirror and say, what can I do well now, not just because look in the mirror how I used to be.
Okay, is Miami, if he ends up there, does that make him look in the mirror with the people he'll be playing with?
Well, because what ends up happening is you have people that are like-minded surrounding you. So they're going to validate everything that you say because they feel the exact way. This is how Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra operate. This is how Jimmy Butler operates. When he jumped up and went to Miami, people was like, did that just happen? He took himself off the board as a major free agent. But when you're a guy like Chris Paul, a future Hall of Famer, I didn't realize I was going to wake up and die on this hill this morning, that I'm actually defending the leadership of Chris Paul, one of the best ones in the game, and the productivity of Russell Westbrook,
Smash the orange.
who,
I'm
by
about
the
to
way,
give him
has
some
been
more.
MVP recently.
You
I
should
thought
know,
I was
hey,
glad I say something.
You never know what's going to happen on Get Up in the Morning.
This nigga ate all that shit.
Okay. We're so glad you're watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, make sure you subscribe to ESPN Plus. We'll see you there. We got to thinking, I want to see the best duos in the NBA with the fundamental list. Understanding that there are some of these guys that could be injured, but go ahead and take us through your list, and then Seth will tell you why he thinks you're wrong.
I'm just so very happy that we don't have a clear-cut favorite in the NBA anymore because there's so many dynamic duos that have blossomed around the NBA. So for the next couple of seasons, as you alluded to,
Orange is gone, dog.
Injuries, I'm going to note the top 5 duos in the game. Number 5 are happening in Houston. James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Both of these guys have been MVPs in their own right. Now they're teaming up. Both of these guys have led the league in total points. Both of these guys have led the league in total assists. Russell Westbrook is a triple-double machine. James Harden is the most unique offensive weapon that this league has seen. Number 4, y'all must have forgot. The Splash Brothers. We keep talking about all of these great duos. They won 73 games. They won a championship. Steph is the league's only unanimous MVP. Clay's going to be back at some point of next year. The best shooting backcourt in the history of the NBA when we're talking about range in particular. Number 3, I know KD's going to miss this year, but when he was playing with the Splash Brothers, he was the finals MVP. He's been a regular season MVP, and when Kyrie Irving won a championship, guess who he made the jump shot over on the right wing when he played for the Cavs? Steph Curry. What? So number 3 is going to be happening with the Nets. KD and Kyrie. Kyrie's got a freestyle year playing at Rucker Park at Barclays, between the legs, behind the backs, a lot of oohs and ahs. But when KD come back, they're the only Western Conference, they're the only Eastern Conference team actually on this list. Duo that is. Number 2. Seth, you see that? You see that, Coach?
You can't even mess that one up. Not even you can mess that one up.
How about this? LeBron James hasn't played basketball in a handful of months once this season started. He's going to be enthusiastic, he's going to be rejuvenated, and he knows that this is his chance to win a championship, that the Golden State Warriors are dealing with injuries. And Anthony Davis only played part of the season as well, Laura. He's going to be fresh. He's going to play at an MVP level. He's going to be amongst the league leaders in points, rebounds, and blocks. But the best duo over the next couple of seasons in the NBA, no doubt, is these two guys. Now, just think about this. First off, these are the 2 of the top 4 wings in the whole league. Both of these guys are going to make all NBA defense. Both of these guys are going to make all NBA overall.
You fool?
Kawhi Leonard is a finals MVP.
Ugly dude.
2 times over. Has been a streak buster as it relates to super teams with the Miami Heat and the Golden State Warriors.
He done.
And he's a trendsetter. Won the first championship with the Raptors and will eventually win a first championship with the Clippers.
Y'all know where you're going. Up his fucking brains.
That's what you do. That's what you do. You got the money and the power.
There he goes.
I got just over there. We're sitting over
Look
there.
at dude.
Yes, sir.
You told me that the Utah Jazz was the second best team in the West, and that you could see them winning a championship.
I did.
Team. All right? Oh, wait a second. What, their backcourt chopped liver?
Their backcourt.
I mean, Mike Conley
Are they 6?
and Donovan Mitchell. I mean, would you put them in 6? What about Denver? What about Jokic and Word?
Actually, you living off. I would have put Portland's Mama's boys on there, Lillard and CJ.
What about Wall?
Utah.
How about Wall?
Wall is going to be out, but that's what makes this so fantastic.
There's so many good ones.
Look, man.
Who you want to take off? See, this is
fat.
like people that ask about the All-Star
You going on the diet.
You can put them on there. Who you going to take off?
Take somebody off.
Who you going to take off? Because Mike Conley, who I love, and Donovan Mitchell, who I love.
Wait a second.
You know what all of these guys have in common?
I'm good 3 feet, 3.5.
Neither one of them.
I'm thinking 3.5.
Stand still. Like,
It
it
does.
does evolve. The league moves forward.
It does.
And guys like Donovan Mitchell and Conley, all of a sudden, we haven't
All
seen
right,
that.
let me rewind
The
the tape.
one thing I'll tell you is, we haven't seen that combination yet.
Night. He no cucumber.
This sound is rewinding the tape.
But he smashed the oranges.
Oh, I added to it.
Who are you going to take off?